In 2016, I put out YouTube's best Canva tutorial, but since then, Canva has put out Canva 2.0. Now, the tutorial, if you've seen it already or if you want to go watch it, it's still amazing. It's just that the interface looks a little bit different. So today, I'm giving you an update. So this is the new interface of Canva 2.0. At the time, you can still click here to use Canva 1.0 if that's something that you wanted to go back to if you don't like change. Although usually when companies will change their interface, at some point they're not going to let you go backwards. Like if we had the option of still using Facebook from 2008, I don't think they would let us anymore. So you may as well get to learn Canva 2.0 because it is the future and there's a lot more functionality here that I know you're gonna love. So straight from the homepage of Canva, I really like that right from here you can design. It'll ask you, what do you want to design? So if I know that I want to make a YouTube thumbnail or channel art, which is very common for me being a YouTube creator, that's probably what I would go to. So instead of having to scroll through here and find what I need, I can actually just search it right from here. And if you're a YouTube creator like me, I have some free resources in the links below. Some of my favorite Canva tools to use for videos, my channel art, my YouTube channel art guide for creating the perfect fit for any responsive format, and my 3 clever Canva hacks to minimize your graphic design time and keep it on brand. So you can check those out in the link below. So I'm really loving the new Canva 2.0 interface. You can see all the designs here. You can type in what you're looking for. You can still make your custom dimensions. So if you know exactly what dimensions you need, if it's not a template that you can find in Canva, you can easily just customize something for yourself. So this is really cool. You can still scroll down and see all of your previous designs. There's still all of the folders in case you want to customize, organize everything specifically to your clients or to your projects. That's all right there. So that's super simple to use. What I'm so excited about with Canva 2.0 is it's faster, it's more reliable, it has new functionality like animations, interactive presentations, even websites. How amazing is that for digital marketers like us, business owners, or even for casual use? You have all of this at your fingertips. I don't know about you, but for me, Photoshop was a little bit too complicated, too much of a learning curve. So Canva is super easy and has the free option that you can still use all of this without using the paid version of it. If you already started using Canva in its 1.0 format, all of your previous designs are still there. If you've already signed up for the paid version, you still have access to everything. If you used Canva for work, it is still all there. So let's actually walk through creating an image and explore the new functionalities with Canva 2.0. Let's go into making a social media image. And as you can see, once this loads, we'll be able to see that most of the same things are still there. You still have your elements, text, backgrounds, uploads, folders, and apps. Apps is the new thing that we're going to explore together right away. As you can see, the templates are all still here. You can still use them. You can see the little icon in the corner because you got to make sure, are you using one that's free or using one that's paid? Even if you are using the free Canva platform, if you want to use any of their stock photos that have a cost to them, you got to pay for that. So if you want to make sure that you're using the free stuff, just pay attention to that. Also, if you click on elements, you can actually see which ones are free right here by seeing the free photos that you can use. What's also really cool is, as I'm filming this, we are near the holidays, so they often have themed images and icons, so that's pretty cool that Canva does that. That's one of my favorite things about Canva, is that they are so responsive to what's trending, what's going on, and even this update shows us that they really care about giving a user-friendly experience for their audience. So if we go back to templates, let's just pop in one of these templates. We can still edit everything that we want. Hello. We can edit everything here, add any things, any new pages. That would be awesome. I like how it's changed here. This is now where you name your file. Same thing here. You can look at the file, show margins, show print bleed. That's really interesting. That's new since Canva 1.0. You can resize here to custom dimensions, and you can also resize to multiple different formats that you might need using their templates. Super easy, pretty much just one click. You can choose all of the ones that you want and then click copy and resize, and then it's gonna open up multiple tabs with your image, just resized to a different format. When it does this, I mean, it is a machine, it's automated. There may still be some things that you need to tweak and move around to make sure that it's in the right spot and that it's all looking exactly how you want it to look. And here you can still share it. You can send it to another email address or send them a link. I really like that functionality. And here you can download it. What's really cool, this is a new feature, is you can directly publish straight to other platforms. So you can download it just like you did before, download different files like a JPEG, PNG, PDF, and even with a transparent background. But here's what's also really cool is you can publish it directly to a Facebook group, Facebook page, Twitter, make it into an animation. That's super cool, and let's try that soon. LinkedIn company page, Slack, Pinterest, Tumblr, WeChat. Oh my gosh, so many options here for what you can publish it to. That is super impressive, and wow, Canva, hats off to you. So let's click download, and yes, just as I suspected, same as last time, you can download in all of these different formats, and if you need it to be transparent, you just check that off and click download. Now, speaking of transparent, because this was a very common question on my previous tutorial, is people would ask, how do I get a transparent background? How do I do that? So what you can do is, so let's say, for example, let me make a brand new one. New design. Just do a Facebook post. So I'm gonna make a brand new design, and I'm gonna go into one of my previous images of me to put it onto a transparent background. So let's say that I wanna grab one of these Christmas images that we just saw. Maybe I'm gonna make a Christmas card. So I'll pop that on there. I will drag it into the right dimensions. And let's go to some of my uploads. So as you'll notice, if you go into the Uploads tab on the side, you'll just see all of your previous images just in chronological order of when you uploaded them. But if you click on Folders, that's where you're gonna see all of the folders based on what you actually uploaded and organized. Because for me to scroll through and find the last time I uploaded a transparent image of myself, that might take some time. So I love that you can easily find your folders right here. Now, something else while I'm thinking of it, look at this purchased. Now before, when you'd purchase a stock image or an icon from Canva, what they would do is they would only give you 24 hours to access it. Now with Canva 2.0, thanks Canva, you have access to it forever. You can keep using it. So let's find my transparent images, and as you can see, it's sorted into two sets of folders. So these are the folders with my images, and these are the folders with all of my projects that I worked on before. I want to go into my images, so I'm going to click Show All here, and I'm going to find Marley Transparent. So now I'm able to find all my images, and as you can see, there's no background behind me. So I'm just gonna grab any one of these images and I'm gonna drag and drop it right onto the picture. See, and now I just show up right on top, which is pretty cool. I love how simple that is. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do you do that? How did you get that? Well, you can use Photoshop, but I kind of throw rocks at Photoshop because it's a little bit hard to use. So for a beginner, what I would recommend doing is go to clippingmagic.com. This is so easy to use, and it's also pretty inexpensive. Now, it's not free, but for how often you need this, you can just purchase like a few credits, or you can pay monthly. If you pay monthly, there are a few different options where starting at $4. Let's actually look at that pricing to make sure that that's accurate. Light, 15 credits a month, meaning you can remove the background from 15 images, $3.99 a month. Unused credits roll over up to 75. That's really cool. Last time I used this, I didn't know that was possible. 100 credits for $7.99, Pro for $14.99. Really cool, especially depending on how often you need to use this. It is super simple, and I'm actually going to show you how we can do this. So we're going to click Upload Image, and I'm going to find an image, upload it into there, so I can zoom in if I need to. Whoops. What you're gonna do is you're gonna see these tools that you can use on the top. You have the green and you have the red. Those are the most important things right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna draw over myself very simply, like it doesn't have to be perfect. And at this point, I need to zoom in a little bit closer to get my hand in there, but let's start with this. With the red, I'm just gonna draw around myself to say like, don't highlight that. And look at that, it pretty much perfectly picked me out. There is this little spot between my my legs there that it didn't grab. So I'm gonna do a zoom in. I'm gonna use the hand to pull it up. And then I'm just going to grab the red here, and I'm just going to click right there and then see how it empties that out. So when you have this black and white or white and gray kind of checker around you, that's showing that that's going to be able to remove all of that background from you, so you have that transparent background. That is it, and then you just download it. So make sure you have a subscription. You got to pay the $4 a month or however many credits you need, and then once that's downloaded, you can upload it right into Canva and be able to use it for any of your images, just like I did for this one. So simple to use. Now, if you already have an image like this and you want to download a transparent background, then what's gonna happen is, so I deleted the Christmas picture, and if I just wanted an image like this, so let's say I wanna grab some text and still export this as a transparent image, because I'm transparent as this image, if I add the heading, I can move it into the right place. Let's write Merry Christmas. And of course I can change the font to whatever I want to. What's really cool here is that you can upload a font. Before you could still upload fonts, but you had to do it from the desktop area. So when you were in here, you would go into your brand and you'd upload it. I really love that Canva has now changed it, that you can upload the font right from the font folder here. So you can use any of the fonts that it comes with. And as you can see, I have uploaded quite a few fonts. So you can use any of those and keep uploading and adding to it. So I love that so much. I'm just gonna use that font, Merry Christmas. You can change the color of it, change the size to whatever you need. Let's make it a big size. Whoa, that's really big. If I wanna change the color of it, I can use any of these colors. Now here you're gonna see how there's, look at this, Carmel colors, MBM colors, MC Media Productions colors. That's where you're gonna go into, from the dashboard, your brand. And you can create a bunch of different brand folders in here based on whether it's clients that you have, or if it's yourself, different projects that you wanna have. You can create different color palettes. So if you want to add a new palette, just click here and you're going to put in all the different colors that you'd like. I also added a bunch of logos. This is where you can still, like I said, upload any fonts that you want and be able to see all of that here. So just to show you how to add a new palette, same thing as before, where you can pick a color, or you can even put in the color code, which typically, if you want to make sure that it's the exact color, make sure you figure out that color code. And if you don't know what the color code is, you can use a free software like Paint. I know that's like pretty old school, but I do use Paint on my computer sometimes just to be able to use that eyedropper and figure out what color it is. Or there's Google Chrome extensions like Color Picker. There's tons of ones you can just Google and figure out which one you like best. So you can pick the colors and then just add it, click the plus sign to add more, and you can name it. So if this was one of the brand colors, I could just click here and name whatever the brand is that I wanted to add in there. So I could change the colors. Oh, and right here you can add another palette from here too, which is super easy. I love how Canva has made everything so easy to use. Now also, when I was hovering over this, I could see that I could make myself a little bit more transparent. So right now I'm the full color, but if I wanted to, I can make myself look a little bit ghostly. Sometimes it's good to do that when you have a background that's really bright and you have text or an image on top of it that is a little bit lighter. If you want to take down the transparency of the background picture, I use it in that case. So that's super easy to use. Now, if I want to publish this as a social media image, but make the background transparent for whatever reason, the reason why I would make the background transparent is if I was going to use this as an image to put on top of something else. So if I really wanted to, what I could do is download this, and it has to be a PNG. That's the thing that a lot of people miss, is it can't be a JPEG, it has to be a PNG as a transparent background. So I would download that, and when it's downloaded, I'll be able to show you, once I open it, how you can see the transparent background behind it. So when you have that checkerboard of like the white and gray checker marks, that's how you know that the background is transparent. In this case, when I just open it in preview, you can see that it is just gray, meaning it's transparent. I'm super impressed with Canva 2.0. I love how it's organized, that even I go into elements. I love how they have the seasonal or the trendy stuff that I might want to be using for my social media images or for my my banners, my flyers for whatever your business or even your casual needs are. I just love how simple it is to use. You have your shapes, charts, illustrations. Again, you can see the ones that are free, and as you scroll through more, there are some that have costs associated to them. The icons, lines, frames, those are always really fun that you can just pop one of those in, and then you can drag and drop an image on top of it, and the image is within that frame instead of taking up the whole thing. And then I love how they've categorized the stock images that they have. Now, you can still use stock images from any other site, but make sure that especially for when you're using stock images for whatever you're publishing, whether it's a social media post or a flyer, that you have the rights to use it. Now, anything you use with Canva, you have the rights to use it because it's free stock images. So I love that they've categorized it by like people, nature, food, landscapes. This is so awesome to be able to see it organized and so easy to use. Like, this just gets me so excited about Canva, because why wouldn't anyone use this? You really don't need to get Photoshop and purchase stock photos, because everything you need is right here and it's so organized for you. I am just so impressed with Canva, and I have no affiliation with them. I don't make money from them. Although Canva, if you want to work together, I love you guys so much. I would just love to work with you. These photos are just amazing, and how everything's organized is great. I love that you can do everything right from Canvas where you're making your images, that you can save everything, you can resize, you can add in the new fonts, add in new brand colors, you can publish it directly to your social media. How incredible is that? So now let's make an animation. This is something new that Canva has added in as a new feature, and it is so cool. It's so engaging when you post this on social media because it's something that really catches attention. It's very eye-catching because it's so different. So let's just make one. Let's grab one of these free photos. How about this one? This looks like Banff, close to where I live. And let's just pretend maybe we're making a tourism social media post. So I'm gonna add in, come visit Banff. I'm gonna bring that out. I'm gonna center it. Let's make it a nice pretty font. Maybe something like that. Nice. And let's make that white because it has a darker background, and let's change the size. Maybe a little bit bigger. A little bit smaller. There we go, perfect. Voila. Okay, so all you need is an image and at least one element on top of it. So you can use a graphic, you can use an icon, you can use text, you can use multiple pieces of text, and then it's going to animate it for you. So watch what happens when we click to download it as an animation. It's gonna give you a few different options that you can use. Ooh, doesn't that look like such a nice touristy little post that you could use? So you can click fade, you can see how it looks if you pan, block, woo, rise, breathe, slide, simple. And there's even other things, like you can have the timing go slower. Let's see the fade slower. Oh, some of them don't have different options. So only some of them. And then you can choose what kind of format you want it to be exported in, MP4 or a GIF. Now, if you're posting it on social media, you can use either of these. So just up to you which one you want to choose. There may be different functionalities for posting on Instagram. I'm not sure if Instagram would use a GIF. Oh, I guess it would, because is that like kind of boomerang? Anyway, you can test both of them, see what works, and just download it, and it will download as a file to your computer that you can use. So you might have also noticed a new icon in the navigation. So let's see what this is. It is apps. So I use Canva for Work. That means that's the paid version of Canva. The free version is just free. You have just a little bit less functionality. So it shows in the Canva for Work, I have the animation, organization, the brand kits, fonts, so having more, and I can upload more fonts. Magic resize, meaning that when we clicked resize, we could choose all the different formats we wanted to resize this into. The Images Pro, having access to lots of free stock images, transparent background, which I showed you, and a time-saving schedule by scheduling your post to Canva scheduling your post to social media straight from Canva, which we showed you right here. That is such a cool functionality, just incredible. Now there's some new apps it's showing, and let's test these out. So emojis, that's pretty fun. You can use these emojis in your images. Fun. Okay, so let's see if I can just like add that in. Super cool, and I can even change the colors. And then let's see what the other apps are. Use your Facebook photos. So this is going to integrate with my Facebook account or my Instagram photos. Connect with my Instagram account. That's really cool. And then unlimited images, which right now it's saying it's coming soon, but will unlock over 30 million high quality images to suit every product. Holy smokes, Canva. They are going above and beyond. They are over delivering. This means that you don't have to spend money on stock images anymore because it's all right here. So even if you're using the free account, you will still get lots of stock images. And if you're using Canva for Work, the paid functionality, that might pay for itself, especially considering what you're using these images for and how many free images that you're gonna get access to. So I am super impressed, over the moon with this new update to Canva 2.0. I use Canva almost every single day in my business. It is so worth the money. Now again, I'm not affiliated with Canva, so you can keep using the free version until you need the paid version. I think it's incredible. Now, if you do need more Canva resources, I have a ton of Canva videos on my YouTube channel, free tutorials, and I also have 3 free resources that you can get in the link below, including if you have a YouTube channel, having the YouTube cover art guide. That's really important because that YouTube cover art is pretty tricky. I also have my 3 clever Canva hacks to minimize your graphic design time and keep it on brand, as well as my most used Canva tools for video creation. I hope you like this video, and I hope even more that you like Canva as much as I love it. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, comment below, and of course subscribe for more weekly videos.